Hi, welcome to our show, Karate and You. I'm your host, Master Art Bynes. Before we begin today's program, I'd like to explain a little bit about our show. As you know, Karate and You wasn't designed specifically just to promote United States Black Cat Kempo Karate, but to promote all styles of the martial arts, so we all unite in a common cause to help improve our country, help make it a happier, healthier, safer place in which to live. Today's show, I have a gentleman back due to popular demand who will be demonstrating some very interesting massage techniques, Mr. Eric Sims from Family Massage Therapy. And Eric is going to be demonstrating some eye massage and some muscle massage as well. And I think you're going to find this show quite interesting. So without any further ado, turn on your VCRs and we'll be right back. Hi, welcome back to Karate and You. A lot of our viewers out there call me periodically and ask me what they can do for particular athletic-related injuries. And I figured the best thing to do is to get a gentleman who's very familiar with the body and familiar with injuries that we might occur in our martial arts training. So I contacted my friend and up-and-coming massage therapist, Mr. Eric Sims, and Eric's back on our show, and he's going to give us some very interesting techniques today. How you doing, Eric?
Very good. Thank you for having me back on the show, Master Bynes.
My pleasure. And who's your assistant for today?
My assistant is Seth Kunis, who just happened to pop up at the last minute, and I just brought him right down. He loves getting on TV. He loves having his face on the TV set.
Okay, well, let's pop back down. Yeah. There you go. What are you going to be doing for us today?
Okay, what we're going to be doing is sports massage, and what the purpose of that is to work with the athletes to loosen and invigorate. You'll notice from here and from the therapeutic Swedish that there's no oil. The sheet is different. With the therapeutic Swedish, we change the sheets all the time. With the athletes, there's not enough time. All I do is take a little alcohol, sanitize the wet sheet, and we get people on and off very quickly, and I'm going to demonstrate some of the techniques for that right now. First off, I'd like to start off with the leg.
What you're doing right now is for something you would prepare somebody for an athletic event?
Yeah, figure like a runo or a swimmer.
Okay, this is prior to the event?
Prior to the event. This is pre-event sports massage. And remember in the other show, I opened up doing Effleurage, which is the oil applying, the long stroke, the oil applying stroke. There's no oil applying in sports massage. We start off with Petrissage, which is a kneading. So we'll just start off by kneading the leg, just working it.
What's this, to get the circulation
Just to get the circulation going back and forth. Okay. Okay. What we're going to do also, we do Petrissage, we do a little what we call compression. We just put the palm on, we just rotate in circles. Here we come to the side of the leg, we work down the iliotibial band or track, which is the side of the leg. We go down into the feet, tibialis, anterior, going down into the peroneals, which is the lower part of the leg. Here we just come back up. We do a little cross fiber friction or regular frictioning to get a little heat. We don't want to go too much. Okay, and another big part of sports massage is stretching. So let me show you some very good stretching techniques. What we're going to do, we're going to bend the leg. We're going to bring it back into Seth here as such, which this does is work the lower back, stretches the lower back out, and we bring it back and we check for range of motion, which is the mobility, how much motion he has in the leg. Okay, and we bring it back again. We get a good stretch. Okay, now we're going to go an angle. We went up here, now we're going to go to the angle. Okay, and what this does, it works the gluteal area a little bit of the glutes, which is the behind. Okay?
The butt.
The butt. We call it gluteals. It's therapeutic and professional, and nobody thinks negatively about it. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go push the leg over this way. It's called our Piriformis Stretch. It's one of the deep rotators in the hip. So we're over here, and you feel that in the glutes? Mm-hmm. Okay, we got that there. Now we come over the leg. We bring this over, and we want to get a good stretch of the low back. So we just go down here. We're not allowed to crack the back, so this is not a cracking. We're not, massage therapists are not allowed to work on hard tissue. Hard tissue is bone. I only deal with soft tissue. Okay, we bring it back. And one final stretch for the legs is a hamstring stretch. We just bring the leg up like this, and we go as far back. Tell me when you can feel it, when it's pain. Okay, you feel that? Okay, we'll hold it here for 10 seconds. Okay, we bring it back down. We do it one last time.
How much time should be allotted for a warm-up stretch prior to a participating activity?
15, everybody should stretch out a good 15, 20 minutes beforehand. Okay, and what we'll do, we'll just finish you up over here.
This would also be applicable for someone preparing to maybe do some competition in the martial arts?
Absolutely. Martial arts, it's very important to stretch out, because if you don't stretch yourself out, I'm going to go to the other side here and do the same thing. You do to one side, you do to the other side. Balance. Balance is very important here, and I'm going to do this a little bit faster since we don't have too much
looks like Seth is shedding here.
Time here. Okay.
Don't worry, Eric. We're going to extend all the time in the world for you.
Great, thank you. Okay, we'll do a little stretching here. We come back, we stretch. Now, if you notice some of the stances I'm in, okay, you notice like I go into a Zenkutsu Dachi, which in karate is your long stance. You notice that I'm in a horse stance sometimes, and there are many martial art applications to massage. They're very much hidden. Not many people know how to do it, but I will be happy to show some later. That's a little surprise I had waiting for everybody later is the martial art applications in massage, so you can all look forward to that towards the end of the show.
I assume it's very important to communicate with your subject. Make sure there's no pain.
Very much. You ask him, when you're stretching, it's very important. Keep it straight. When you're stretching, it's very important because you don't want to go too far, because it's a quick loosening and invigorating. If you go too much and you work a little too deep, then it'll tighten him up during the race or whatever his event is, and it won't be too good. So we just simple and easy. I'm going a little extra on the stretching because I want to emphasize the stretching to you, because that's very important. And I'll do a little myofascial over here, which is for the muscles here.
Now, let's say per se he was going to participate in a marathon.
Okay.
Would you do a little extra something on the feet, or?
Yeah, well, we just like warm them up. It's a quick warm up.
So right now, what you're doing is like pretty much a generic type of a warm up, then.
Right. I mean, we only allow 15 minutes to do a sports massage. To warm up the body. Now we go up to the arm. Basically, what we do to the legs, you do to the arms. We just start with a little Petrissage, which is a kneading. Okay. And we go into a little compression.
Now this is something that I guess, how many people can you get through prior to an event? Well, I guess all pro athletes basically have their own massage therapist.
Well, like for the runs, like all the different runs, you have volunteers that come down. We do some stretching here. We're going to take the arm behind the head, and they volunteer their time. A lot of the massage therapists from the schools. We pull the arm back here, just give a little stretch this way. Okay, and we bring the arm back here, and And the people appreciate it because everybody loves to get massaged and worked on before an event, or just in general, all together. Okay, we're going to come back here. Okay, now we got one other stretch we do over here. We bring the hand back here, and we're going to push down just a little bit. If you notice, this is another one of our little self-defense techniques. It's could be Shiho Nagi in Aikido. That's a 4-corner throw. I'll demonstrate that later on in the show. Okay, and we go across the body, stretch the back. It's a shoulder blade in the back, and we just get a little stretch in the back. Okay, and we just come back and we just warm them down a little bit. Okay, now we go to the other side, and we'll do the same thing to the other side. So we just start with a little Effleurage, Petrissage.
Now, after this is done, should the athlete do a little jogging or a little jump rope or something to break a light sweat before he participates?
A little stretching. I just recommend stretch out. The way I teach them how to stretch out, because it's very beneficial to that. A lot of people stretch wrong today, and it's like it's not that they don't know what they're doing. They're just not educated on the proper ways of stretching, and there is proper ways to stretch where you stretch the connective tissue and just not the muscles. It's more important to stretch the connective tissues, because if you pull a muscle, which is basically into the tissue, you're out of commission for a long time, and that's what's more in the long run.
Now, you also work on a lot of professional athletes, from what I understand. Is that correct, there?
True. I happen to be lucky. I've been in the professional wrestling business for about 15 years, and just recently I've been starting to work on many of the top professional wrestlers. I am the head therapist and trainer for Dennis Carluzzo's World Wrestling Alliance that's based in South Jersey, and I get to work on some of the major wrestling stars in the world, and some of those include Jake the Snake Roberts, the British Bulldog, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, the late Kerry Von Erich, Hercules, Nikolai Volkov, and a bunch of other superstars, Terry Funk, Eddie Gilbert, and it's it's great because they love getting work done, and it helps them improve their performance for the matches.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize just how grueling that sport is.
Yeah, a lot of people.
A lot of controversy as to what's really going on in there, and as far as I'm concerned, they got to be some of the top conditioned athletes.
They
in the
are
world.
because they go through the rigors of taking falls. I mean, a lot of people think that there's a funny business that goes on in there. And let me tell you, if anybody that thinks it's phake or phony, just get in the ring for 5 minutes and take a fall. I mean, a lot of it is theatrical and all that, but take the falls.
Gotta be in good shape,
take the falls. You'll be aching and in pain and calling me for a massage the next day.
That's why. Take the fall.
And now what we're going to do here is we're going to stretch the neck. We start up and we get a good stretch up here.
You also have some ice for us too, right? You're going to demonstrate some ice technique.
Okay, we're going to get to that just next. Okay, we stretch here. A couple little stretching techniques. Here to stretch the neck, we want to go to the side over here. Okay, just a little stretching of the neck.
I think Seth's about ready to count sheep.
Okay, we do a little stretching, and since I hear we're running out of time, I want Seth to turn over so I can demonstrate proper ice technique, what I call cryotherapy. Now, people when they have injuries, right? You see them all, like the basketball players, they have ice that stick in one area. Okay, I don't want to say that's wrong, but I have a better and an improved way of doing things. Now, let's say his back is all bruised up, and that's when we do ice is for basically bruising. So what we're going to do is going to put the ice on. We're going to go in circles around the edema, which is the redness and swelling. Okay, how it goes on wet, it's cold, okay, then it gets hot, and then it gets numb.
Now this is after or before?
No, this is after. This is post-event. You never ice, go deep, or use ice, go deep during pre-event. It's basically loosening and invigorating. How are we feeling here?
All right.
Are we getting hot? Okay. When we get numb. Okay, we're just waiting maybe another couple minutes till he gets numb. It's hot now, right? Yes, I know. Okay, and we're going to just wait until he gets numb. Okay, and he's dripping all over the place. So we got a little towel here just to cover him up a little bit.
All right, it's getting numb.
It's numb?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so since we're numb now, we'll take the ice off. We'll just pat him down a little bit. Okay, and since he's red, if we can get a close enough of the redness, we got a little bit of redness, not full yet, but we got a little bit of the redness. And what we want to do is called a little cross fiber friction, which means I'm just going to put my thumb and I'm just going to massage on the side here. Okay, what it's going to do is going to loosen everything up, get the toxins flowing in the body, to release them. Okay. Let's do a little cross fiber all around the area, and if you can see the redness all around him now.
Yeah, looks like he's got Lyme's disease here.
You better take care of yourself a little better.
Now, say for instance he had an injury in that particular area, this is what you would do?
Yeah, well, it's post-event. If it's a sporting event, I do it post-event. I would never do it pre-event because we don't want them to tighten up, and this will tighten them up afterward. So we're just doing some cross fiber friction. We just want to get the heat. We want to heat it up. Okay, we could do a little vibration too. Moreover, it's cross fiber friction is what we need, a little frictioning. And how do we feel? We're starting to get a little heat into the area now?
Now, all these techniques are proven techniques.
Absolutely. Just look at like some of the major marathon runners, Bill Rogers and all the top, superstars of marathoning. They all get massaged. And look at the football and basketball players and baseball players. A lot of them get massaged, and look how they perform.
Right.
They're all working good. And the ones that don't get massaged, you can also see their performance too, which is not up to par. Okay, how are we doing here? Okay, we're just gonna.
Now, how long do you usually take to do a warm-up?
15 minutes or so.
Okay.
15 minutes or so.
All right, why don't you keep working on him, because we got to cut to a message.
Okay.
That's about all the time we have. We'll be right back after this message. What's up?
How was that, Mr. Vines?
Get me on that table, quick.
Okay, how was that?
Great,
okay?
terrific. That's all jiu-jitsu technique, correct?
Aikido, Aiki Jiu-Jitsu.
Aiki Jiu-Jitsu?
I did that for the TV because it flows in with with the massage. You want to demonstrate your ki, your energy. When you massage, you have to have energy and flow and balance, and that's what Aikido is. It's all the flow and the energy and all that. So I decided to do that to get the ball rolling with the massage.
It's going to cost you a lot throwing me around, You're going to get a big bill after this.
I'm looking forward to that.
All right, now how does this tie in with the masseuse, or massaging, excuse me?
Okay, and what it is there's a lot of hidden martial art techniques in massage. Okay, not a lot of people know about it. So let's discuss what I did to Master Bynes first. So what I did with Master Bynes first is he came with an overhead strike, and I stepped to the side, right? Now, if you remember with Steven Seagal, he's big with doing the clotheslines, so we just brought him around, and we came up, and we took him down, okay? That, turn over. What that is it's just going like this, turning up and back. So it's an elbow technique. We slide up the body, and we go back down the body, okay? It's just going up and back. So it's up, and back. You see the flow? It's up and back, okay? Next thing we did with Master Bynes. Master Bynes came and grabbed, right?
All right, now hold on 1 second here.
Okay.
When you hit yourself like that, people think the tornado's outside,
Okay. So Master Bynes grabbed. What I did a hammer strike to the muscle here to loosen them up. In order for these joint locks and stuff to work, is you got to hit them first to make them have something else to think about. That loosens them up. What I did, I came over, turned the wrist, came back, and brought them down, which brings them down. Now, what this is just a simple stretching. It's just a simple stretching of the wrist. You could do this every day in karate practice or, whatever you're doing. It's a good way to stretch it out.
You should have stretched me out first.
That's my fault, Mr. Bynes.
Okay.
That's my fault. So what we do is we stretch out like this. Now, the next move after we had Master Bynes down was we turned them over, right? We turned them over, and we kotegai, so wrists turn out. We had them down like this, right? So from here, we turn them over like this, okay? Now let me show you an application. In Aikido, the idea is not to hurt the person, where you come out a winner and he comes out a winner. So I push the wrist back. That's Master Shiho Sensei's philosophy of you're a winner and he's a winner. So you just push it back. Sensei was the founder of Aikido. Okay, and you just push it back where there's no pressure on the joints at all. But if the guy is a real bad guy and he's out to hurt me and do major harm to me, I'll just turn the wrist in, which puts pressure on the joints in here, and he has to go where he's going to get hurt. Okay? Next move. We turn them over. We grabbed here, and we pushed him down. Again, we go back with the wrist lock, and I put his knee on for finishing touches. If you notice, with the stretching, I brought his leg up. I bring the leg up again and just push it in here as such. Okay? Now, when I grabbed him like this, let me show you what that is. Turn over, okay? I'll come on to this side. Okay, we'll stay here. What it is with the forearm, right? You're just grabbing the muscle in here, right? And you're just playing with the muscle, okay? These are not exactly, true self-defense. You got to play with. You got to have a good imagination with what you're doing to make the bunkai's application possible. So we're just stretching in here as such, okay? So that's the whole opening sequence with that. Okay, now the next set of techniques I want to show. Remember in the first show I did, I opened up with Effleurage.
There, you can slow down just a little. We have a few more seconds than we thought. You just take your
Okay.
time. Make sure everybody.
What I'd like to do, is show the oil plane, the Effleurage, which is, remember when I came around the shoulders as such, okay? So if Master Bynes were to come in and to grab me, come in and go to bear hug, grab me, I come out with a double mid block. That's the application. If you notice, I'm coming around like this, so you just come up with a double mid block as such. Boom. Now, what are you going to do when you're here? You got to have something to come back with. So good palm heel or a punch. Now let me show you the application of a palm heel. Turn over, please. Get him more exercise than me here. Palm heel. We just remember the compression I did with sports massage. How I just turn them in and out like such. Okay, that's what we're doing there. So let me show you a good application to that. So if Master Bynes grabbed me by the wrist, right? What I'm going to do, take my palm, I'm going to come down here like such. It'll look, boom, and I come back with a firing shot to the face, which when you have to do a block, you also got a counter strike, or he's going to look at you like you're a fool. So if he comes, and what I'm doing is I'm hitting here. This ain't going to hurt him, okay? Not intention to hurt him. It's to get his attention. He feels the pain or he sees something here. One, he's going to loosen up the grip because he feels a little bit of pain. And second, he's going to look there. Once he looks there, I got him because I come firing back with a back knuckle strike. Back knuckle strike is with these two knuckles right here. So done quickly, pop, boom, come up. I will never hit Master Bynes, but come close because it's the reality of what I'm doing. Okay? Next technique. Here, turn over, please. More exercise than it's worth. Okay, remember when we did the leg stretch? Okay, we bring the leg up. This has many applications to it. One of that is a block to the groin. If Master Bynes threw a front kick to my groin, I would throw my leg up. So if he comes up, you see how I'm blocked? Now he can't score on my groin at all. Okay, that's the block because you can't block a kick with your hands because a good powerful kick you'll break your hand, especially low. Anything low, you're going to hurt, because if he comes and I go low, look what happens. So if I kick him and he goes low, if he bends down, see what's open? Look, his face is open. I could pop him, bang him with that. So, it's not going to work out too good. Okay. What else are we going to do here? Just some more, some stretching stuff, right? See how we got him in a good stretch? And I got him, oh, good. See, we're here, okay? We come down, I wanted to show you this one. This is called Shiho Nagi, right? So if Master Bynes just comes with a sideward strike, I step off to the side, right? I come down, step back, and come up. Now I got him here, I put a little pressure, he goes down. I go down, and I got him here. Now I just hold him and I turn him out in here, and he'll start jumping all over the place.
I'm jumping.
You see how? Okay, so we'll let him go. Okay, good. Okay. Next technique. Let's do some more stretching, right? See how I come up and I stretch? Okay, we got a little stretching. What that'll do is if you get them in an arm bar, right? You get them in an arm bar. Here, we'll turn you around this way. You see what happens here, right? You hook over and you get him in like this. You see how he's jumping all over the place? He can't go anywhere. So you got a good stretch on that. And also, it's also good for an overhead strike. So if he comes with an overhead strike, I come up, I block. See how I block? And I got him here. And he has to go down with that or he's going to be in a lot of pain. Let's see. Okay, turn over. Now I want to show some good elbow techniques. Put the elbow down and we slide up, right? This is a secret for a head block or a high block. And we could also use, elbow strikes, which I'll show. You go up, you go down. So if Master Bynes would come and throw a punch at my face, slowly I would boom here. This is the block. This is not the block. This is the block because look what's covered. My face is totally covered. You see, if I'm here, he can't attack. So if he throws another punch, see right at my face, right? I'm blocked. My face and my chin are blocked. Now he comes back with the other one, and it's done. The high block is done. My hand is right above my head. That way, if it's like this, he can hit me on top of my head. On the angle, he has to slide down, okay? And also with the elbows, that's good for elbow and knee fighting. Okay, remember when we had him pull his leg back up? That's good for this. If we're in close range and we grab, right? Get a close up on this, right? We got a good close up here. Okay, we just come up with a knee right into the chest. A little bit of Muay Thai kickboxing.
Okay, we got a Muay Thai out of here. That's about all the time we have.
Okay.
Before we go, though, if somebody would like to get in touch with you, how do we go about doing it?
Okay, my name is Eric Sims from Family Massage Therapy. I'm based in Marlboro, New Jersey, and you can call me at 908 area code 536-6090. 908-536-6090.
But I really enjoyed it, and it's always a pleasure having you on my show.
Thank you, Mr.
Seth,
anybody
want to see you awake? Anybody want to say hello to Seth?
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Okay.
What about Dad there?
Hi, Dad.
Okay.
And how about Sister? Okay, now forget about that.
All right,
okay.
why don't you finish up with some massage on him, and we're all set.
Okay, we'll just do some...
Bynes, thank you for inviting us into your home. Remember that the biggest obstacle in life is yourself. Overcome it, you will achieve the greatest accomplishment of all. This can only be achieved, however, through a balanced education that pertains to knowledge in the mind, honesty in the heart, and strength in the body. Thank you. Have a happy, healthy, and safe week.